So John Campea has actually recently been helping other content creators. He's been giving super chats to some of my friends, even SSK Dots, Movie Managed Entertainment, Enosh Point Texture Lounge. He's been supporting a lot of smaller YouTubers. I'm surprised. I mean, to be fair, I've not streamed a lot. I think I've only done one stream in the last 2 weeks. Um, I don't know. I just find it funny. By the way, no hate. I think Sil is a good guy. I think all these guys are good guys. But Skywalker said something. Wait. Before I say anything, when stupid people say stupid things, it's normal. But it's always when intelligent people say something stupid. That's kind of when it's kind of when you're kind of like your jaw dropped because it's like you don't expect that intelligent person to say something dumb. And I don't know. They did this entire stream. Now I watched it up until here because this is the part where I was kind of like a little bit laughing. I kind of was like, really? What? But they're basically talking about Snyder axes on. I think this stream was so pointless and stupid. It's like, come on, dude. Sil, you're a good guy. I respect you, but I genuinely think it's a little silly doing this stream because it did come off as small PP energy. It came off as, oh, we don't have access to Zack Snyder, so we're scared. But anyway, Skywalker says a take here. We'll put the take and then we'll play the Campea video. But I think it's important we hear Skywalker's point of view. Now, I've spoken to Skywalker on a couple of occasions. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a very respectful gentleman, and I thank him for his service. And he sounds, one thing I like about Sky is he's very respectful when he speaks. He's very calm. He's very like, you can tell that he's trying to get a point across in a very relaxing way. I'm actually a big fan of people who are calm and relaxed. A lot of times on YouTube, in order to get clicks, you gotta yell, you gotta scream, or just sound really angry all the time. I mean, look at Alex Jones, for example. But I much prefer when there's content creators who are just, vibing, chilling. And so I give Sky credit for that. But he did say something stupid. Now, to give you context, John Campea, and you'll see it in the stream, he does. He shows support to some of my friends, Movie Managed Entertainment, Point Extra Lounge. Now, John Campea has been known to be anti-Snyder, which is actually a completely false claim, by the way, because if you actually look at the evidence and look at the proof, the only thing Campea has really ever said in the past about the Snyder Cut is he said there is no finished, complete version of the Snyder Cut, and he said Zack should stop teasing people about it. Now, I'll admit that was assholeish, but guess what? Everyone believed that at the time. I didn't, because I've always been a Snyder fan, even when it was unpopular too. Back in 2016, if you had dared to say you liked BVS, you were seen as a fake comic book fan. So trust me, dude, I know what it's like to be a Snyder fan for all these years, even when it was unpopular. In fact, I would say it became popular back in 2019, 2020, or not, well, it's more 2020, but 2019, it still was kind of unpopular. Now it is the popular thing. But I wish I had a channel back then so that I could prove this, but sadly I didn't have a channel at the time. But anyone who knew me closely knew how much I was involved in trying to release the Snyder Cut, how I kept trying to promote it. And a lot of people in my life ended up watching the Snyder Cut just because of how much I kept talking about it. But no, John Campea is not anti-Snyder. He's not. I think he has some bad takes on the Snyder Cut. But dude, trust me, the thing that I hate about the John Campea hate is that there are far more worse people out there. Andy Signor, Jody's Corner, people who actually legitimately profited off of Snyder hate. Because Campea barely made any videos or anything like that. And if you actually watch, there's this video John Campea does, and you can search up John Campea, has he ever said there wasn't a Snyder Cut? The only thing you could debate him on is there not being a finished, complete version of the Snyder Cut, which actually came out to be true. There never was a finished, hear me out, finished VFX cut of the movie. Like, there wasn't a ready-to-go movie. But everyone knew that from the beginning. Everyone knew from the beginning that it wasn't completely done. They still needed to edit some of it out, but most of the movie was done. But again, everyone had far worse takes back then, so who cares? Not only that, but John Campea constantly promotes Man of Steel. If you were to watch a show, you would know that he promotes Man of Steel like it's the gospel. He always has a cardboard cutout of Henry Cavill Superman, and he's a very big advocate on returning Henry Cavill Superman. And not only that, but if you actually want to do a little more research, John Campea has given a good review to each and every single Zack Snyder DCEU movie. Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman. Remember, he gave a good review to BVS before it was popular. He gave a good review to even Suicide Squad 2016, although that doesn't count, but still, he gave a good review to Zack Snyder's Justice League. He gave a good review. In fact, he did a spoiler discussion that was around 2 hour mark, somewhere around there. So you clearly could tell that he likes these movies. Now he has some takes saying that it's fine if Warner mistake moves on, but guess what? There's far worse people out there, and it's not like he's actually been anti-Snyder. All he's necessarily said is Zack Snyder should stop this and that. So yeah, there you go. But let's play Sky's clip. Sorry if I took a while. I think I needed to make an introduction. After, but this all comes after him because John Campea sent money to like Movie Match Entertainment, Max, Enosh Point Extra Lounge, and they're both big Snyder fans. So this is why I think what Skywalker said was kind of stupid. So let's continue with the video. You, Mr. West, actually came on, right? And then after Abu Nas came on and said what he said, oh wait, I think it's a little more forward. I don't know. Okay, so I do have to give a little context. So like 2-3-ish weeks ago, I don't remember how long it was, Zod Rider, my good friend Zod Rider, he's a good friend of mine, he did a stream responding to Matt, because there's this entire beef between Matt Jarbo, RJ, and then Sil, Skywalker, and Zod. It's this big whole stuff. I don't even think a lot of you guys even care. Honestly, it's the stupidest beef I've seen. It's basically just, if the scooper is right, scooper wrong, who cares? I don't care about scoopers. I don't keep up with scoopers, so I just don't care. But Zod did a stream criticizing Matt Jarbo, RJ, and then even criticized Max. And in that panel, Sil and Skywalker both there, and this other gentleman, I forgot his name, I can't remember. But you can go search up Zod Rider talking about Max and Jarbo, and in that stream, they actually get Max. I actually think they pointed out some things, because I've criticized Max on this, but Max constantly keeps putting Sil on his titles and thumbnails, and he does kind of promotes hating on Sil. He does kind of, because he'll always bring up the Geekosity articles. He'll always bring on panelists that clearly are going to talk about Sil, and he never really tells them, hey, could we calm down, guys? Let's not talk about this. Like, he'll bring on Jarbo and RJ. So I understand Sil, Sky for not being on the panels anymore, and I 100% agreed with him. I did an entire stream breaking this down, because I think people are looking at this as a black and white situation when really there's gray in the middle that I feel like people need to discuss. But you see, in society, people always want things black and white, even if you go look at history, like if you're in history class, you'll even notice that a lot of times when you're taught about history, you're taught there's good and there's bad, and the good overcome the bad because the good is good. It's kind of like there was never that discussion of what's the gray in these historical moments. And even, and again, I don't mean to be political, but even in politics, Republicans, Democrats, liberals, conservatives will often like get mad at each other for beliefs, but we'll never try coming together to see what are the issues, what's the gray. It's always just black and white. It's just black and white. And I think that's kind of what happens with Sil or Jarbo, that it seems like everyone wants to look at it as a black and white issue, when in reality there's actually that gray right there that I feel like people need to have some nuance on. But hey, let's continue with this clip. You can't be having these kind of people on, right? It's like the same kind of thing. Now, if I were to go and be like, all right, y'all, wait, when does he bring it up? There we go. This is where he brings it up. After we had that damn stream, you got John Campea giving the super chat, right? Pretty much back in Max, like right after that happened over on Zod's channel. Super chat on. What happened there? Oh my lord, right? No, we had that man. So what he's basically saying is that John Campea is supporting Max. Here's the thing. Can I say this right now? Sil, Sky, if you're watching this, Geekosity, whoever, I don't care. You have to realize you're only a small section of the Snyder fandom. You have to understand that. Sil is a great guy. He's a very respectful gentleman, but he only has a little less than 3,000 subs. I have much lesser subscribers, so I don't give a shit. I know I'm a nobody, nothing. But you also have to remember you're not really anything special. I'm sure you're great, respectful young gentlemen, but you're clearly not the center of the universe. And even John Campea's video proves that was not the case. Is he perpetuating a narrative of, if you hate Zack Snyder, then I'm going to send you money? No, fuck no. I'm sorry. And Max, really? Max and Enosh. Are you seriously? And somewhere around the stream, they're talking about Enosh. I don't give a shit. But if you genuinely think Enosh is not a part of the Snyder fandom, then your gatekeeping has gone far over anyone's head. I'm sorry, but the problem with the Snyder fandom at this very moment is the gatekeeping. I'm sorry, but a lot of Snyder fans don't want to accept this, but the reason why the Snyder Cut got released is because us as a community, we came together and we were able to expand our horizon. We kept telling other people who even hated the Zack Snyder DCU movies, telling them about the injustice that happened to Zack Snyder because Warner Bros. Screwed him over after the Autumn stuff, and you know they did morally screw over Zack Snyder, and we were able as a community to come together and be able to tell everyone, hey, we want this movie out, we want justice, we want Zack to get his vision done, you know, let's do this for Autumn. And not only that, but the fandom also raised money for suicide prevention. You know, we did more than just release a movie, we did a lot of stuff community wise, and all of this got people outside of the loop, outside of the fandom to come join us. Because guess what? Those people from the outside helped us, and that's why we got the Snyder Cut released. It wasn't just Snyder fans put out a hashtag on Twitter and then we got the movie. No, it was years and years of building a community and then getting people outside of the community to come join us. Even people who hated Man of Steel, who hated, I mean, I don't mean to bring this up, but Jeremy Griggs, Geeks and Gamers, he is somebody who didn't like Man of Steel, didn't like Batman vs Superman, and yet he was willing to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League and do a fundraiser for Zack Snyder, uh, even though he hated the movie. He hated his vision and even told him straight to his face he hated those movies. So look, that's how we were able to get people outside of the community to come together, and we got the Snyder Cut. And this is my problem with right now Restore the Snyderverse, because Restore Snyderverse is a little more of a touchy subject, because with Snyder Cut you did have you did have a movie that was almost finished, and I think everyone was like, all right, let's cross the finish line. It's kind of like doing an entire race and here's the finishing line and you're just about there. That's kind of what the Snyder Cut. But the Snyderverse, Restoring the Snyderverse, getting Justice League Part 2, Part 3, Ben Affleck's Batman, it's kind of like starting over and doing that exact race but doing it like 3 times. That's kind of the example I'd use. And I feel like right here saying that because Max isn't shilling for Sil, and because he isn't doing anything for Sil or Geekosity, or I mean, yes, Max, whether Max wants to deny it or not, his streams are very disrespectful to Sil and Geekosity. Although not Geekosity, because he does promote Geekosity. Let's not deny it. But it is disrespectful to Sil. You also have to understand that that does not make him an anti-Snyder. That just means he's not a Sil fan. I don't know why it's so hard. And also being so. By the way, John Campea is my favorite YouTuber. But guess what? My favorite movie is Zack Snyder's Justice League. I believe Zack Snyder's DCEU is the best trilogy we've ever gone, and I don't want it to just be a trilogy. I want it to be a 5-logy. I don't know what they call 5. I don't know, but or 6, whatever. I want however many movies Zack Snyder intended and get his vision done. But guess what? Supporting John Campea. Guess what? John Campea barely even talks about the Snyder Cut. Who gives a shit? There's far more worse people out there. And not only that, but it's not like John Campea hated it, because even look at Andy. When Andy gave his review for Zack Snyder's Justice League, he kept having this bullshit narrative of, yeah, but the reason why it's better than the 2017 cut, it's because it's longer and all of that. It's like he started having bullshit excuses while John Campea was quite literally like, yeah, it's a good movie. He gave it some flaws, but overall a good review, and including every other DCU movie. And again, he keeps promoting Man of Steel. If he really hated Zack, why would he do all of this? You know, why would he have done this? Oh, is it because he said there wasn't a Snyder Cut a couple of years ago? Guess what? Everyone on YouTube said it. If you want to really go criticize Combo Cast too, criticize whoever. There's so many channels out there. Watching Film Gob does not make you an expert on the YouTube community of a couple of years ago. Film Gob, and I respect Film Gob, but you have to understand that Film Gob, all he does is put all these clips and perpetrates his own narrative. The only people he really was able to get through was Jody's Corner and Andy Signor during that time. He wasn't, because they didn't back down. They were like almost confirming Film Gob's clips, while the other YouTubers, really, it was just kind of a montage of what the popular belief was at the time, you know. And I don't mean to bring this up, but popular beliefs change over time. For example, back in the 90s, back in the 80s, being supportive of gay people was seen as a bad thing. But now, at least here in America, or in certain sections in America, now in America, it's accepted to say, hey, you support gay relationships. You see, popular beliefs change over time. like 100 years ago, if you weren't a Christian, then you were kind of seen as weird. But now, if you're not a Christian, they're just like, all right, that's your own belief. It's a thing that people need to understand, that a popular belief is there for a reason. It was there, but that doesn't mean it's just always your mindset forever. It changes over time. And again, it's not like John was really wrong. There wasn't a finished cut of Justice League. So being a John Campea fan or supporting you does not make you a part of the anti-Snyder movement. So I think that's something people need to talk about. This isn't a black and white situation. Come on.
Stream on Zod's channel, right, where Max came over, right? Oh, I remember that. Yeah. The very next day. You was on there. Exactly, right? Yeah. That that very next day, Max had a stream where and John Campea came on there and left a super chat. I wouldn't have known about this, but Max tweeted about it afterwards, thanking him for sending him a super chat. That was directly after Max was on that damn stream going against us. So yeah, it's always about people like showing support for who.
Let's watch the John Campea clip, because
I'm always encouraging.
Let's watch him.
My fellow movie fans that they should start their own.
You'll see here there's proof that he didn't just support him because, oh, he went against the Cell Crew. Oh my God. Again, when intelligent people say stupid things, it's always shocking, and it's kind of why I'm a little disappointed that Sky went that path. But hey,
YouTube channels and stuff like that to get more involved with the fandom, right? And look at.
I don't even know if I should watch the entire video. I think I'm just gonna skip. So here's him supporting MSK and Sean O'Rourke, who are two of my friends. It was actually cool seeing a lot of my friends on this, but yeah. Oh look, Tony Robinson's right there. $50? God damn, that's a lot. Wait, what's the comments say? Unfortunately, it's an unfortunate truth that we separate ourselves into. What does he say? I can't even see. I'm trying to find the entire thing. I don't know. To be fair, it doesn't matter. And then here's another crew. I actually don't know who these are, but he did send him $100. And then here's another crew. And then here's another gentleman. I don't know who these two people are. Oh, damn. John Campea's rich. He got that YouTube premium. Oh, I'm just kidding. You notice how one of his tabs say Lord of the Rings next time? Oh, those are his messages back there. Yeah, so we got that. And then we got these other... Oh, $200. God damn. Oh, look, he even went on a stream where there was no comments. Wait, I'm interested from seeing how they could handle the Necro Sword. They did... Oh, I guess this was a Thor Love and Thunder. Oh, spoilers. I didn't even see that. But yeah, there's that. I don't know who these two gentlemen... Actually, I want to find these two gentlemen. I'll try finding them after the stream. And then over here we have K-Dots, Ashley, Nerdman, and then John Campea was there supporting them. I wouldn't say the critics are... Oh, wait, I saw this. Yeah, so... And then there's this woman right here. I don't know their names again. Then we have... He sent a lot of money. Dang, he's rich. Two other gentlemen right here. And then over here is when we get to Enosh, Point Extra Lounge. I think The Rock will announce Cavill at Comic-Con. Then again, that might be a wishful thinking. And yes, fandom lost its luster. That is true. DC fandom, after last year's terrible presentation, has lost its luster. Yeah, so... Wait, does he show Max? And then these other gentlemen... Wait, hold up. Does Max show up in here? I don't even know. But who cares? Let's go back. So yeah, are you telling me that all those people, the reason why John supported them is because they're anti-Snyder? Are you actually genuine when you say Point Extra Lounge is anti-Snyder? Or are you saying that they're rocking with the non-Snyder agenda? Because if anything, Enosh has been far more supportive of this fandom than really almost anyone in this community. There's a reason why he was able to speak to Ray Porter. There's a reason why he was able to speak to Ray Fisher, because they saw him as part, a major part of the fandom. Uh, and Enosh is a very respectful, calm guy. I don't see why I even go after him. Is it because he doesn't read Geekosity articles online? Because guess what? I'm sorry, but Geekosity isn't that big of a news site. I'm sorry, but that's just facts. It's a pretty big news site, but it's not that big. It's not a Hollywood Reporter. It's not a Deadline. It's not Variety. They've gone scoops wrong. They've also gone scoops right. Guess what? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I think y'all are caring way too much about this. But anyways,
Who they think is like, pushing their type of fucking agenda, right? Like Max was just seen as going.
what do you mean pushing their agenda? Are you fucking stupid? Sorry, I didn't mean to be an asshole, but like again, when intelligent people say stupid things, it's where that's frustrating. It's like, okay, Enosh. What about Enosh? What agenda is Enosh pushing? He's been very supportive of this. Literally, his entire show is. You see a lot of Snyder inspiration. A lot, even his own logo, Poindexter Lounge, is based off the Justice League logo. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know. He's even done charity streams. I don't even know what to tell you. I genuinely don't know what to say.
Against us, and then now he's getting support from John Campea. So, Campea, he doesn't like Mikey.
I do want to ask, is that true? Is there any proof? Is there any evidence? Does John really hate Mikey? I don't hate Mikey because I just recently even knew what he looked like, so I don't hate Mikey. I don't hate any of these gentlemen. I don't hate them at all. They seem like good gentlemen. They seem like a good crew. I just don't respect scoopers really in general. I don't respect the scoop game, so I really can't follow this kind of content. Not only that, but I don't want to see content where it's all just bashing people for not being on your side. It's a tough thing, It's a tough thing. And I get being frustrated at Jarbo and RJ. I get that. I understand. In fact, I did an entire stream where I did have criticisms for RJ and Jarbo and everything. But at the end of the day, it's like one thing that they pointed out is they in their streams are always like, oh yeah, we're here chilling, we're here vibing. It's like, yeah, you're doing that, but then you're doing this entire stream attacking anyone who dares have any association with John Campea. I'm sorry, but like if you clearly didn't care, then why do you keep talking about them? You're just you're making them seem like the boogeyman when you keep talking about them. I'm sorry. It's like me. I can't act like I don't care about Jeremy Griggs because I talk about him a lot. I talk about geeks and gamers a lot. I can't act like I don't care because I care to some extent. And I feel like people are just wanting to see this as, one team against the other team. This isn't like the NBA, man. It's not like the Golden State Warriors against the Boston Celtics. You're not supposed to just support one. This is something completely different. There's a gray in the middle. It's not just black and white. Again, it's completely different from sports, where in sports you're either rooting for one team or the other team. And if you're a neutral fan, I guess you're a neutral fan. I don't know. But
what's the guy? Rob Burnett. Rob Burnett's cool with Mikey and talks about Mikey all the time, and Campbell doesn't like that. So maybe that was like Max.
I do want to. I can't even confirm or deny this, but can you please confirm this? Do you have any clips? Do you have any text messages? Whatever. I would like to hear a confirmation. And also, who gives a shit? If John doesn't like Mikey, so what? Who cares? Who cares? A lot of people don't like other people. I mean, that doesn't make Campea an anti-Snyder. That doesn't make him a Snyder hater. Sorry, but if you think John Campea... I can understand if you think John isn't a Snyder. Like, he's not a part of the Snyderverse. Because I do think there's a difference between a Snyderverse fan and a Snyder fan. A Snyder fan is somebody who likes Zack Snyder movies, while a Snyderverse fan is somebody who also likes Zack's movies, but they're also promoting Restore Snyderverse. I do think that John Campea is not a Snyderverse fan because he hasn't promoted the hashtag, and he has said some stupid things about saying you have to be grateful for the cut and everything like that, which to some extent he's correct, but he's also pretty wrong about some things. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit? He doesn't even talk about the Snyder cut, so who gives a shit? He doesn't even talk about that anymore. He rarely ever even brings it up, and anytime Zack Snyder's brought up, he just praises his Man of Steel movie. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I don't know. But everyone thought that. Literally everyone, besides a couple people in the Snyder fandom. Remember, the Snyder fandom back in 2018, 2017 was not that... I think it originated in late 2017 when the Justice League came out. And then Well, I mean, there was a fandom before because there's people who like BVS, but 2018 was kind of when it began. Then 2019 it started getting more popular. I still remember when this fandom was first trended on Twitter. It was kind of like a shock because for a while it was just kind of this small community of people who wanted this cut of a movie to come out, and we were able to get that out. So it is awesome to see how much times have changed, but I also think now we're going backwards with this whole gatekeeping because the only thing we're doing is preventing people from joining the community, and the more we prevent people from joining the community, the less we have as a community and the less stronger that we are. And I'm sorry again, Sil, Sky, and y'all are only a part of it. Does John Campea really care that much about what your stream? I guarantee you probably didn't even see it. I guarantee you. I almost guarantee you. Um, it's like again, small. We're a small section. Geekosity is a small section of the Snyder fandom. Same thing with Enosh, Point Extra Lounge. He's a small section of the fandom. We're all small sections of a fandom. There's this huge community, and we're only little specks in it. You know. But anyways.
But so he was not. But he's supposed to. But I bet people rub about that. He pretty sincere about his change and liking the Snyder cut and stuff.
John Campea also likes the Snyder Cut. I don't know what to tell you. He even did an entire spoilers discussion. He did a review, a non-spoiler review, and a non-spoiler discussion that took a couple of hours. I don't know what to tell you. The only thing he really said, again, was that there never was a fully finished cut of the movie. That's really the only thing he said. That's actually even less harsher than what most, because there was a lot of people who said that, oh, even Zachary Levi himself was like, yeah, there straight up isn't a Snyder cut. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot far worse takes, and yet for some reason John Campea is the boogeyman because Film God made him out to be. I don't know. It frustrates me, man.
You can tell between the fake and the real. You know what I mean? Yeah, but
If you could tell between the fake and the real, you would also acknowledge that John Campea has given a good review to every single DCU. I'll say this. I won't say that he's from there. He's not like an OG. He's not like there from the start. You know? He wasn't there from the beginning. That's something that's undebatable. John Campea wasn't there from the beginning. But guess what? A lot of people weren't. Remember, Batman vs. Superman was a very divisive film that a lot of people don't like. I think now the narrative has changed where Zack Snyder is now more loved, because I do think that now with the MCU kind of fading away and not being as popular as it was in 20. I mean, of course it's popular, but it's not at the level that it was when Endgame was about to come out or Infinity War was about to come out. I do think now people turn around and start to appreciate Zack Snyder's films more and more over time. I've even met people who have told me that they start to like BVS after rewatching it for the first time in years, and also, you know, changing their minds, having a little lower expectations. That's just how it is. It's just how it is, man. But if you could acknowledge the real and the fake, wouldn't you acknowledge that John Campea has praised all the Zack Snyder DCU films? I don't know.
I think that all.
And again, this doesn't make him a actual Snyder like part of the community. He's not a part of the community, but he's also not against it. He's not against. You don't have to be on. It's not a two-team thing. It's not you're either part of the community or you're against the community. It's not that. There's also that gray in the middle where there's just people who just don't genuinely give a fuck, who don't genuinely care, and I feel like people need to acknowledge that.
Just goes to show that, yeah, like there definitely are sides being taken, and so
Oh my god, dude, Skywalker, you're an intelligent young gentleman, man. Sides, come on, man. Oh my god, man. I don't even know what to say.
I took that as a shot of people pretty much.
Then stop taking it personal. Stop taking it personal. Then I don't know what else to tell you.
Trying to say like, hey, if you want to keep going, you can't be messing with these type of people, right? Which, hey, ain't nobody going to put police.
Wait, but y'all said on the stream, on Zodrider's stream, I gotta put this clip up again, but y'all said on Zodrider's stream, there's no, like, because Max had told him that he's in the middle. Like, he's not against Sil, he's not against Jarbo, because really it boils down to Sil and Jarbo being opposing forces, and Max said he's in the middle, and then y'all literally told him straight to his face saying there is no middle. You're either with us or against us. Well, you're doing the same thing. And I'll tell you this right now, I just don't give a shit. I genuinely don't think this is even important. It's literally just oh, this scooper's right, and then the other side being, oh, this scooper's wrong. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I honestly don't give a shit. I don't know.
Who the hell I have on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, um, yeah, there's just a significant difference in the way that we operate and the way that they seem to be operating. Look at
I don't know. It frustrates me because he's making it sound like John Campea is starting to organize, like he's trying to send money and making it. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but this is such a bad take. This is such a bad take. Again, when smart people, intelligent people say stupid things, it just frustrates me. It's a little annoying. Um, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't even. I don't know what to say, man. I genuinely don't know what to say. You're making it seem like, again, if you don't care about Jarbo, if you don't care about RJ, if you don't care about John Campea, because that's what they keep saying. They keep saying they don't care, they don't genuinely care, and that to them they're nothing. Again, Skywalker even once responded to one of my comments saying that they're like those cold French fries that you leave under the seat. Which, by the way, who the heck would leave food on their fucking car, man? That's nasty. Yeah, I'm just kidding. You know, I'm Mexican. We gotta eat every little crumb there is, even if it's. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But um, no, if you genuinely seem to care, and y'all are making this so personal. I can understand Sil's frustration because they are kind of challenging his own career. You know, nobody wants to be challenged on their own career, being told that you're not good enough at your job. That's frustrating. Of course, I understand that, but you're also making it way too personal. You're making it way too personal. It's you to be if you just ignore them. Like, again, I recommended this, and for some reason it's seen as a crazy idea. But if Sil, Sod, and Sky really wanted to expose Jarbo and RJ, they would get on a panel. They would get with RJ and Jarbo, and they would do this entire stream where they debunk everything that Jarbo and RJ have claimed, because RJ and Jarbo will straight up say what they believe, and then they'll be like, "Oh, so you think we were wrong about this? Well, we have this and this and that," and then you could have easily exposed them. But instead, now it's just this back and forth of, "Let's do a stream about them. No, let's do a stream about them. There's teams. It's blah, 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 blah." It's just it's high school petty drama. It really is. You know, it really is that. It's like two guys finding out that they're sleeping with the same girl, but those two guys never want to meet each other. It's kind of like, here's, I don't know, Captain America and Luke Skywalker. They're like slamming this one chick. All right? And then they find out about it. But they never actually confront each other and be like, "Hey, why'd you sleep with my girl?" You know, it's no confrontation. It's just back and forth of, "Oh, well, my PP is much bigger. Oh, well, she said mine goes deeper." I don't even know. I don't even know why I even brought up those examples. But it's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's just, again, this is petty high school drama, and to me, it's just very disingenuous when you're saying you're this team or you're that team. No, you're not. I'll tell you this straight up. I think RJ and Jarbo have said stupid things. Again, I'll bring it back. Intelligent people saying stupid things always surprises you. But RJ and Jarbo have said things where I disagree. Sil has said things I disagree. But there's also agreement in some sides. Like, again, I understand Sil not wanting to associate with Max anymore. But 100% agree. And same thing with Sky. Same thing with Zod. I understand that. I understand Sil being frustrated at Jarbo and RJ, and I also understand why RJ and Jarbo are frustrated at Sil and everyone else. But you gotta stop making it such a fucking team sided. If you don't care about this shit, if you don't honestly care, then don't talk about it anymore. I don't get. Again, if I don't care about the newest AirPods, then I'm probably not gonna talk about them. Okay, it's simple as that. I don't know.
this though. Campea, when we first in the movement, he was like the biggest source we was fighting. Campea, you know. So now,
No, no, no. There's far worse sources out there. I guarantee. I'm sorry. I was part of this fandom for years. I've been in here in this. Well, I've been a Snyder fandom since, like, I don't know, BVS came out. I think by technicality it is, but the Snyder released the Snyder Cut community. No, John Campbell really wasn't that. I'm sorry, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. Yeah, you could say he had takes where he criticized, where he kept saying that there wasn't a finished cut of the Justice League. And you can literally go find footage of him saying there's no finished cut of it. And he said that he was, even during the pandemic, he said, you know what, why not just release it? You know, might as well. You know, it's a perfect time. And they did. Let's be honest. During the pandemic, it was a perfect time to release the Snyder Cut because There was no movies coming out. All the focus can be shifted towards the Snyder Cut. It's like, I'm sorry, but if you're watching Film Gob compilations, but you're not actually watching John Campea's actual own voice, I'm sorry. And I understand if you don't like Campea, I'm completely fine with that. It's all subjective. You can like who you like. That's all cool. But it's very disingenuous to say that he was the main source of the anti-Snyder movement. I'm sorry, but you're not looking at the nuance if you believe that. I'm sorry, that's just the case. But anyways, I don't know who GoTube TV is, but I'm sure he's a good gentleman. Again, I think Fatal J still. I think they're all good guys. And again, I'm speaking to Sky. He's a very respectful gentleman. But I'm sorry, but these are bad takes.
Damn near mainstream industry. You know what I mean? He's just another. He is right. So,
Okay, who cares? Who cares? Not being mainstream doesn't make you better. This sounds not to this extent, but geeks and gamers, anytime somebody dares to be mainstream, they'll be like, oh, they're just Disney shills and they want this and that. And I'm sorry, this whole bullshit argument. If he really was so mainstream about it, then why did he give a good reviews to every single Zack Snyder DCU movie? That's something no one ever brings up. He gave a good review to each, and even though he had said all the things he did, even after all that, he still went out of his way and gave Zack Snyder's Justice League a good review and did an entire spoiler discussion for about 2 hours, saying that he really enjoyed the movie and there were scenes he loved. I mean, just look at how much he was fanboying about that Superman scene when Superman shows up in the final battle and Stefan was about to kill Cyborg, and then Superman shows up and he looks at him straight in the eyes and says, "Not impressed." You know, just look at how he fanboys. You're telling me that's somebody who's against the Snyder movement? I'm sorry, but it's just very ignorant.
now he's going in to fund the opposition.
Hija de la gran puta madre, man. Oh my god. Fund the up. You're making it sound like as if every single person who hates Zack Snyder or just doesn't like the movies or doesn't either believe the Snyderverse is getting restored, which is an understandable reason. I believe it will. I honestly think we will get a Justice League Part 2. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, but I think eventually it will. But again, I don't know. I don't have sources. I don't have anything, so I can't really back that up. But I do have an idea that I think they will eventually get towards it. Funding the opposition? Poindexter Lounge has done far more for the Snyder community than all of us. And if you disagree with that, that's cool. But you can't say that he's the opposition. Neither is Max. Max literally goes on stream and defends the Snyder community, the Snyderverse, and constantly promotes Restore the Snyderverse. I'm sorry, but y'all are coming at this in a very personal way. This is not a personal attack. It was literally just John supporting some smaller YouTubers. And if you even look at how John talks about the Snyder Cut now, like the Snyder community, he just doesn't care, which is, I think, is a reasonable thing to think. You know, it's reasonable just not to care. Oh, is not caring bad? Well, at the end of the day, these are just movies. I don't know, but let's continue.
Bitch, you've always been the opposition. You know, like these guys always been the opposition. The opposition is close. And
I don't know what he means by these guys, but I'm gonna assume mainstream media. But if he's talking about, I don't know, and I won't deny it, there was actual like actual big Hollywood sources that were far more bullshitty on the Snyder fandom. Trust me, I was there. But if you're saying Max, Enosh, yeah, I guess you could say K Dots doesn't really like Snyder, but if you're saying they're anti-Snyder and they're the opposition, I'm sorry, you gotta have a reality check. I'm sorry, but this is a very disingenuous take, and I think these are very respectful, responsible young men. But I'm sorry, but this is a very stupid take. I'm sorry, but this is just a very. It seems to me that they're more frustrated at the way they talk about geekosity, which I think is a little bullshit because Max promotes geekosity, and oftentimes, if you actually watch Max's show, when he brings up geekosity, he brings it up like it's the 100% truth. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, it's a very annoying false take. I'm sorry, it's just very frustrating. Again, when intelligent people say stupid things, it's just incredibly frustrating. I don't know, but anyways.
here, you know, they try
Oh crap. Oh no, I clicked out. God damn it. No crap. Dang it.
People rap about that. He really sincere about his change and liking the
Oh, I already watched that.
but he was big. He was an industry player. Chris Wong had a source. He was big. He was.
Wait, who's Chris Wong? Wait, is he Ping Pong Flicks? I don't. Dang it, is that racist? I don't know. But anyways,
All these people try to.
I'm sorry. I'm actually bad with names. Like when somebody tells me their real name, even though that's not the channel name I'm pretty bad at remembering it. I don't know. Like I don't even know what John Campea's name is. It's pretty hard to tell from his title. I'm just kidding. Anyways.
And then at the end of the tripping up, when they fell, they got Zach interviews. Exactly. Because they're industry. Zach Cable, you know, they had to.
I'm assuming he might be talking about Grace Randolph because John Campea obviously did not interview Zach, but Grace Randolph. I looked back at her old comments, and all it really was that she didn't like Man of Steel, and that she believes Zach should not continue forward. Who gives a shit? So what? She didn't like a movie. That doesn't mean you can't be a part of the community. What? I'm sorry, but this is my problem right now with the current state of the Snyderverse community. It seems like it's an us against them mentality, and I'm sorry, that's not helping. That's not how the Snyder Cut got released. The Snyder Cut got released because I know it's very cheesy, but hashtag us united. Because we were able to get people who are outside of the fandom to support our community, to support our fandom. Oh my god, man. I'm sorry. Sorry if this video is a little too long. I just feel like it's more fair to hear them out. But yeah.
I'm trying to show you they were never our friends ever. You know what I mean? They were only acting like that shit.
By the way, to be part of the Snyder community, you don't have to be their friends. Just saying. Again, this is a smaller channel. And I know Geekosity is much larger, of course. But again, being with them, being friends with them, does not make you a Snyderverse fan. Okay? We got to stop this gatekeeping. We just have to. I can understand to an extent if you said that about Jeremy Griggs, because Jeremy did publicly say he didn't like the DCEU. He didn't like Zack's movies. And then, of course, was able to do this charity fund with Zack. So I guess you could say that a little bit about Jeremy. But at the same time, again, to be a part of the Snyderverse community, you don't have to be supportive of the Snyder movies. As long as you're supporting the Restore Snyderverse, to me, you're just a fan, regardless. You don't have to be a Geekosity fan. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. But, yeah, I don't know. But.
And so that's why this upsets people what me and Mikey are doing, because I know it looks weird. I know Sky using.
Oh, my God, man. Stop acting as fucking victims, man. I'm sorry, but this victim narrative is kind of, it's just very disingenuous to me. I don't know, but.
A group with me as well, where people's like, man, like, why they going at Mikey like every day? Because it's upsetting them.
I will say, I agree. Max, again, does that on his channel. He does it more by accident, really, but he does by accident constantly attack Mikey, and so now he personally doesn't, but he does platform people. And again, I don't get why you don't just not give a shit. Who cares? There's a reason why even John Campea is doing this better. John Campea literally will not respond to you guys. But I don't even know why I'm reading the comments. But yeah, very supportive. I don't know. Let's continue.
The whole establishment, right? When Grace gets her scoops, that she's connected to the industry. They're like, yo, Grace, you're our face.
By the way, I'm not a fan of Grace Randolph. I won't lie to you. Her videos are kind of boring. And I also don't keep up with scoopers. I tend to only like watching like videos, like actual when real movie news comes out. Like for example, let's say it's 100% confirmed that I don't know, Haley Steinfeld is casted in the new Lord of the Rings movies. Then I like watching those videos, or even I like also watching theory videos. Like Cosmic Wonder will often make theory videos. I mean, yeah, I guess he says he has source. I mean, he's been told things, but even he will tell you, yeah, this probably isn't true, guys. So just take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, but I don't like the scoop game in general, honestly. By the way, and I'm saying this, if you're a Sil fan or anything, that's all right, man. That's what you're 100% entitled to. I'm just not a personal fan of scoopers. I'm not discrediting. So I'm sure he has the sources. I'm sure he understands things within the industry. But at the end of the day, I just don't keep up with scoopers because, a lot of scoopers do sell false hope. But anyways.
You be our face.
know some people after 30 years being in the journalism, he just leaks stuff, right? They're like, no, we don't want that out yet, Mikey. That's what they're mad about. Right. We don't want you to talk about that yet. Right. Because they want to monetize when the Snyderverse comes back. Be like, yo, that's what Grace tried to do.
Okay, I can see to some extent Grace did do stuff like that. Ultimately, now again, I don't have much nuance on this. Honestly, like I don't know the behind the background to this, but Grace, from what I found, all I see is that she criticized Man of Steel when it came out. But guess what? A lot of people did. So who gives a shit? That doesn't mean that you hate the Snyder. As long as you're promoting the Snyder stuff, and also her recent scoop. What was her recent scoop? I think she said something about how the Snyderverse is dead, something like that. But who cares? Who gives a shit? She's doing exactly what y'all do, which is just promoting scoops. They just happen to be on different sides. I don't get why you care so much. Y'all act as if y'all don't care about people criticizing you, but y'all always talk about criticism. I mean, remember, Sil did an entire stream. He used to do this entire stream on Saturdays called Clapback Saturdays. It's like you're acting as if you don't care about the haters. It's like, no, you care. You care to some extent. Just admit it. Don't act as if you don't care. And before you say, just Mikey's just chilling, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Y'all aren't just chilling because y'all keep talking about the people who criticize you. You're just platforming them, really. I don't know, man, but... And they bring up good points, like Grace Randolph. I do think Grace Randolph did profit off the Snyder stuff. But who cares? Who cares, honestly?
It was announced May 2020. She's like, yo, y'all been hearing this buzz that the Snyder Cut, Zach's going to announce it.
Oh, I remember that.
That was from the industry. Mikey dropped that story the previous November, right? But then
November 2019. I don't know. Again, I'm not a Grace Randolph fan. I do not like Grace Randolph, but well.
When you accept the flow, when you put a dam in the river, they're going to attack you and try to counsel you, bro.
Oh yeah. Especially when you one of one, right? There's no one else doing what me and Mikey are doing. So we're the first in doing this. So it's like
y'all are just reporting on scoops. I'm sure there's plenty of people who do that. I'm completely fine with that. If you're in the industry, it's cool. Again, I believe in chasing the bag. If you're somebody who knows you can make money off something, do it. Straight up, do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. My favorite thing about YouTube is seeing my paycheck. Although I make jack shit nothing on YouTube, but I'm happy when I see that paycheck from YouTube. I'm happy seeing my money deposited to my bank account. I'm cool with that. And if I was a scooper, I'd be doing the same shit. I won't lie to you. Sil's playing the game. Sil's playing the game right. He's playing his cards right. He's doing everything. He's chasing the bag. He's chasing his dreams, and I respect him 100%. But you can't act as if you're the only ones that do this, the scoop thing. Not only that, but there's a lot of Snyder scoopers out there. So don't act. Oh my god. I don't know. This is one thing I don't like about smaller YouTubers. They always complain about mainstream media. It's like, yeah, mainstream media is pretty stupid at a lot of times, but who cares? If you don't care so much, then just don't talk about it. I don't know, man. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. This entire video is just about John Campea I'm sorry, but calling him anti-Snyder and then not really bringing up actual proof is a little annoying. It's a little frustrating. But anyways. I will say, I think the people who hate on Sil and Mikey, I feel like a lot of them give off small PP energy, but who cares? Who cares? If you don't care so much about them, then don't talk about them. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I won't lie to you. Doomcock has no credibility at all. The only thing Doomcock has ever gone right was a Reddit leak of Rise of Skywalker. And he went out, that's the only way he was able to make any money, is that he went out and he talked about a leak that came out on Reddit. And that for years, that was Doomcock's only credibility. Until this day, all he does is talk about Kathleen Kennedy fired, Kathleen Kennedy fired. You've been saying that for years. I still see Kathleen Kennedy in her same job. So yeah, if Doomcock is criticizing you, then that means you have credibility. I'll give, it's okay, now I'll give Sil credibility, because he got criticized by Doomcock. And I'm sorry, but Doomcock... Yeah, I'm sorry. And I'll even straight up say this. If you listen to Doomcock for actual information, then you're just either you're very stupid or you just don't care. I'm just kidding. If you like Doomcock, I don't give a shit. But yeah, Doomcock is, I would say Doomcock by far is the worst scooper in YouTube history. I'll say that by far.
You got a couple million followers, right? Let me tell you something about Doomcock. He wake up
Oh yeah.
No damn sources.
That's 100% true. I genuinely believe, and that's why he hides his face, because he's able to completely hide his identity and not even have to tell anyone where he got his source. Because even if you, at least Sil, I'll give Sil credit on this. At least Sil will say, "Oh, Mikey told me this, and Mikey has this person, that person connected." While Doomcock is more just my sources, my sources say this, my sources say that. Kathleen Kennedy fired, haha. Kathleen Kennedy has a penis. That's your source right there. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But yeah, Doomcock. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the most credibility I'll ever give Sil, is Doomcock criticizing him.
Every source he dropped is wrong, bro.
True. And the only one he ever got right was from a Reddit leak. So it wasn't even from his own sources. It was from fucking Reddit. I don't know.
I know it's Abu's boy, so I ain't gonna go and do Doomcock too much. I talk about.
Wait, who's Abu? Oh wait, Abu Nas. My bad.
Doomcock is not legit. That dude just
That's the smartest thing anyone has said all day or all stream. I don't know.
coming us because again, it's about us upsetting. Like, it's an order about this. All this stupid.
All right, I think that's enough. But anyways, I know this is a long video. How long did we go? 50 minutes. Oh crap, pretty long video. But yeah, by the way, I'm not gonna put them in the title and thumbnail, so some of you are probably even surprised I talked about them. But yeah, I won't, because they constantly do get frustrated if you put them in the title and thumbnail. So I won't do that. Don't worry, I won't. So nobody can say that I used them for profit. So who cares? But yeah, that's my overall thoughts on this. John Campea is not anti-Snyder. You don't have to support Geekosity to be a Snyder fan. Yeah, just do your own thing, and also support the Morbius movement, guys. Hashtag restore the Morbiusverse. Us Morb heads will confirm to the world that it's always Morbing time. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm just pulling your leg. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you watched it entirely, comment down below. Isaac is racially motivated right now. Comment that if you saw this entire video. I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see. Also, I was wondering if I am a Snyder fan. What do you think is right here? Oh yeah, hashtag restore Snyderverse and a poster. Not only that, but my only framed poster is Batman vs Superman right over there. So, haha, yeah, suck my pee-pee. Although I do think people are gonna watch that Batman poster and think, oh look, he's not a real Snyder fan. He's a Pattinson fan. Oh, who gives a shit? But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Again, comment down below, smash the like button, do whatever you need to do. Follow me on my Twitter and Instagram at Isaac the Film Geek. Link in the description down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!